Yo, 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 what it do, what it do? All right, this is a quick video. Somebody, I'm gonna have to, golly, y'all, my bag, I'm gonna have to go back to YouTube. On my other screen, I'll bring it over once I get it up. Somebody asked a question.
If you're struggling to get that warmth.
And it, let me bring this over. All right, here we go from Dennis Vogel. Just install Magic Sampler 2 Pro X, the trial version, right? Somehow I am lost. Not getting enough, not getting even to play the mix file, getting messages about 512 sample, 96,000, 96 kilohertz. Monitor bus is, let's see, inactive. Assign the first output device for monitoring. Setup routing, where and how. E4 error, can't download drivers from site, maybe because of trial, can't download instruments. A lot of things and options grayed out. Manual, as usually for me, does not help. Any help? All right, I just hit him up, told him I'm about to make a quick video for you. So let's do this real quick. So when you open up, I tell over and over, he can't read the document. So whatever reason. Audio setup, we gonna keep it basic. Depending on which type of interface you get, I'm going to say this over and over because I know I covered this in videos quite a bit. It just depends on which video you're watching. All right, this little red box, Focusrite. Focusrite, if you got this, you're going to have to download from Focusrite.com, right? That's going to be a driver that you use. I just made this other video that I just posted. Hold on. See, if I was organized. Here's another one. Native Instruments, complete. This is another audio interface, right? You're going to have to go to Native Instruments to download. Once you download the drivers from there, they're going to have the driver, right? So when you come to here, driver system, this is the beginning of your system. This is how your sound's going to operate, how you get full functionality out of your device. Their driver is specific to their interface. My Apollo Twin, Universal Audio. So if I wanted to go to FL Studio, is like a generic ASIO. It works well with many other DAWs. Music Maker, they have one. If you don't know how to set it up, don't bother with it. You got WDM and MME. That's probably where you're getting your hang up at right now. So whatever interface you got, if you got an interface, go there and get the driver from there. But if you don't and you're using your computer, it's either going to be WDM or MME. Because when you're using these, now you're using the very basic sound card from your computer. So you will have to click one of these. Now, if you can see right here, some of this stuff is going to be grayed out. You don't get all that other good stuff, right? It's best to have an external sound card. It's best to have an external sound card because it gives you more you could do with all the other sounds, right? So you're probably stuck there for once if you're just using your computer's sound card. So I'm not. So I'm going to go back to where's my Universal Audio. So Universal Audio Thunderbolt, right? Okay. I'm going to go back here one more time because if you look down here, mix input and playback, tape monitoring, that's through my Universal Audio. So you're getting errors. I don't know how. If you're not able to post a video, I can't do too much of a help, but I'm going to give you the basics, right? So open up your demo song, but we're not going to do that. Multi-project. Usually that breaks down 8 stereo track, input, output. You see this sample rate right here? I don't know why you at 96K. Take it back up to 44.1 or 48K. I don't know why you at, and it could be because of your driver that you're using. So your sound card that you have, you're using it on something different, right? You're using it, my bad, on something different. You got a setting somewhere else, and I'm gonna take you somewhere real quick. I'm using universal audio, right? Okay, so my settings for my universal audio, 48K settings, right? I'm gonna click this. This is different for you if you're not using that. There's the buffer side. Let's see. Hardware, your input output. If I wanted to change the buffer, I could do it right there. My IO matrix, basic, right? I really don't have to touch this, but let's also right click because you're probably, I don't know what you're working with. You know, you didn't give me much to work with. Sound settings. I'm gonna bring this. Man, what is this? I'll bring this over, right? Sound settings. Volume mixer, or go to more sound settings, right? You click that. This is what you're gonna get. And this is also if you got your WDM setup, which is for Windows Media Device, WMD, or something like that. Make sure you disable the stuff like my speakers, my monitors from my TV, my computer monitors, they have speakers on them. Disabled. Your recording, this right here. You see how I say microphone, right click, go to properties. Now you're going to see WDM, so Windows Media Device, properties, listen, levels, advanced. Right here, advanced, you got to check that. I got a 2-channel 32-bit 48K, 48 kilohertz. If your stuff is set at 96 kilohertz, your stuff is not going to work right off the jump. That's probably why you're getting the error. So I don't know. I haven't seen any of your mix. If I don't get video or we can't go back and forth, I'm not going to know how to change and help you set up your stuff. But it goes deeper. If you're just using external sound card right here. And then you're going to have to set things up through your Windows Media, because this is going to also be a big thing. As you can see, when you want Windows to kind of integrate with your software and stuff, you're going to have to know how to set it up. So it's all about configuration. It's not going to jump out the door. I know you have the demo, but that still doesn't prevent you from doing what you need to do. So kind of really look into that. Take your time. Don't get frustrated. Read the manual. It got to be somewhere. You could go to their website and download the manual. Take your time. Some stuff connects up easy and you going off and making tracks and making music. But it's good to know this is like an engineering part. How does things work? How does the computer connect to my software? How does the computer connect to my hardware? All that stuff adds up, because when you start doing that, then you would start learning the basics of I'm routing everything correctly. And that's going to help you in your mix engineer, your production, all that other stuff. So at the bare basics, read it. I had to do it with the Apollo Twin because when I first got it back in 20 whatever, the silver, they didn't have Thunderbolt for Windows. So I had to use the Toslink cable from my computer to my Apollo Twin just to be used as a sound card. I have to read that manual to understand how all that works. And when I did that, I was like, oh, so when Thunderbolt came, I was well versed because I read the manual. You have to read. Take your time. Do it right. That's what the band said, I think, SOS band. You could do it right if you do it, baby. You just got to take your time. So, this is just a small class. Like, take your time. Read. External sound cards work great. If you don't have them, and even with Magix, just using your computer, like if you're using a laptop, it's just going to be a little bit different. Read on it. Restart your system with what you use a sampler to. Restart your system. Go again. Let me see. I got to close all this. See, if you can see right here, you can see my mic is moving. What does it say? Microphone, Universal Audio Thunderbolt, WDM, default device. You can see it moving right here. You can see it moving right here because it's a Windows system. Most people are going to jump on right away. That's why they go with Mac. MacBooks are great. But still, you need to know how this stuff runs. So let me get off of here. Get off of here. Close. Now we back to here, right? Cancel. I'm going to close this out and I'm going to open it for you one more time. One more again. That's what my daughter used to say when she was little. One more again, Daddy. Like, one more again? Child, who taught you to speak like that? It wasn't me. Maybe your mama taught you. Nah, we good. So remember, once you open up Simplitude Pro Suite or whatever, you want to set up your audio. Once again, if you got an external sound card, one of these boxes or some different, go to their website to download their driver. It would appear up in here once you download it. Like I got Realtek, Music Maker, Steinberg, Machine. I got a lot of stuff, Tractor. So the name of your device will pop up in here once you download their drivers. And then once you click on their drivers, it's going to open up the door. If you don't have it, you're going to go to Windows Device Media. I think that's what it's called. You see this. There's nothing that's going to happen. You click OK. Probably not. You might lose me depending on what goes on. I'm going to try to just create one with them. I know it's limited when you use Windows Device Media. You said you couldn't get no sounds. So when I click help, open manual. Voila. Read it from the beginning. You know, it tells you installation, right? I'm not going to give you a class on this. It'll show you how to activate it. We're not using those project windows. They probably didn't go over, and I know what's in here, how to do the set up the audio card, but I gave you a quick class on that, right? So at the very minimum, when you open up, there's your help. What is it? Click the help, and it opens up. Let's get rid of that one. That's the manual or the open manual there. Start section. Start section. I just showed you. Start section. Audio setup. We go on this one. Let's try to get some sound right. I know the sound is not going to come through the speakers because I got it route different, right? Maybe yes or no. What you want to also do, let me show you. Most of this stuff grayed out. Register your product also. Go and register. And they go send you an email. So you have your 30 days, right, of the demo. And it may open up this other stuff. I'm not deactivating nothing. Download instruments and sounds, right? If I click that, it's going to take me through the process of, let's see. I did this a 12-minute video. We just go wait on it to populate. Okay. This is how it's going to open up the demo projects, impose, blah, blah, independence, additional stuff. Most of this stuff is installed on mine because I paid for it. But if you use the demo, you probably should at least at a minimum get the demo project, which will open up some things for you. So you're looking for instruments. They only go give you limited amount of instruments. As a matter of fact, I don't mean to do that, but it's a part of the thing. Goodness. Oh, well. Hamburgers and hot dogs. That's what we have at barbecues. Now, it's a lengthy video, 13 minutes, but I'm hoping I'm covering some stuff for you or for somebody else because I get a lot of people, they come in, how you do this, how you do that? I'm like, I try to be as detailed as I can in the video, but I can't be too specific when it comes to stuff like this. So, file, let's see. We already in a new project. I just showed you how to open a file. Plug in browser. You click on instruments. Magic's going to give you their set, which is whatever they're going to give you. I think you'll get Revolta. I don't know. At a drum engine, right? We'll just say the drum engine. See, now here's an issue you may run into. Let me see. For software instrument real-time monitoring, you have to activate the following options. ASIO. That's why it's good to have an external card. We just go click OK. Move this to the right. To the left. Your other left. if I hit this, I'm not getting any sound. If I hit my MIDI keyboard doesn't work. My mouse and click doesn't work because I'm not running ASIO. But I know your recording, which I showed you earlier, you said you had 96K. That's a Windows problem, Windows setup issue. So as I click this, I'm not gonna get any sound. It's not gonna let me monitor back. And so let's go to this, the start section. Really, audio setup. All of this matters. Hardware monitoring. We go click it to there. Look, audio monitor depending on user sound device. This or your sound card on your computer, preferably to have an external. Even with large ASIO and VP buffers, minimum monitoring. Latency can be achieved with ASIO. Many sound cards support them, but we're not using that because you're just using the basics. So when I come back here, I'm not gonna get any sound. Object, edit MIDI data, new object 4-bar, right? I'm not gonna get any, hold on, let me go down just in case I need to be on. Yeah, I'm not getting any sound. Let me see. All right, there we go. It took me all the way to get to this point. So this keyboard or this tool, this instrument is not gonna work only when you draw in the stuff. I can't monitor real time, meaning my keyboard is not functioning because I'm not on ASIO. Now, when I said that, I'm going to take one look. Some people ain't going to want to, you'll be producing forever trying to, what does it sound like? That's this key right here. Look, this one right here and this one, the same one. The blue one. Look, when I hit it, ain't no way you'll be able to produce like that. So, one other thing, let's go to help, start section, audio setup. Now we're going to switch this to FL Studio. Click OK. I think FL Studio works. I'm not sure. Yes, it does. So now my MIDI keyboard, if you got a MIDI keyboard, it works. So let's see. So now look, check this out. Not only that, I could click with my mouse and make sound. So that's probably what you need. So you could download FL Studio. It's free. They go give you an ASIO driver that is at a bare minimum could get you with sound, right? And also, remember, if you got this done correctly too, sound settings, remember all this, volume mixer, no, go back. It was more sounds, and you set all this up, you're recording my microphone. So just keep all that in mind. Your sound, your playback, you want to set it to, so like you see where it says speakers, your external interface that you got. So, but anyway, I hope this helped you out. About a good 20-minute video. It was nothing quick, but I hope I covered some stuff to get you going. Read the manuals. Download your driver device from whoever you got your interface from, if you got one. If not, sound set up through Windows, and you should be able to get there. FL Studio is free, so you could get that ASIO driver for free, and at a minimum could get you started. So this is Mr. Madhouse Pro. Hope this video helped, and I'm out. Peace.